Hey Al, my name is Sarah, and today's book review is on Claimed, second book in the Dark Protector series by Rebecca Zanetti. Now, right off the bat, I give this book a 3 out of 5 stars. Oh my god. Oh, this book. Oh my god. I will say it was a step up from the first book, but after how this turned out, oh my god. Non-spoilers. So, this book has to do with Emma and Dage. Kara's older brother and Talon's brother. The two that were meant to be together and everything. And we get to see how their story unfolds. But wait, we actually have a plot this time. So we have the virus does affect some people, and we gotta figure out how to save them before things get worse. And not only that, the Kurtgens are getting smarter. They're building their armies, and we have to get allies that actually have enemies of their own to prepare for this great war that's about to come. This book actually had a plot! I'm excited about that part at all. I'm excited about that part. But, with this coupling, I don't know if I would say it was better than Kara and Talon's relationship until the very end. I'm like, oh my god. But then again, the author does introduce some side characters that I haven't been able to get out of my head thinking about. And I will mention that in the spoiler section. So yeah, this was claimed that second book in the Dark Protector series. 3 out of 5 stars, people. That's as far as I'll get into non-spoilers. So, bye, non-spoilers! Spoilers. Like I said, this coupling was like a leg up until the very end. I will explain. So, we start off right at the very end with Dage on the rescue mission for Emma, who was taken by the Kurtgens, right? And that does happen. Apparently, Dage can teleport. That's his ability. I would like that ability. Thank you very much. But then they get the automatic attraction for each other. I'm like, no! Don't follow the first book setup! Like another series I mentioned. But, that doesn't happen. And Dage actually tries to win Emma's heart. Well, in reality, she's constantly reminding us that for as long as she can remember, she's been having dreams about Dage and how she's gonna die. Yes, Emma's ability is to foresee the future. She doesn't have control over it, but she foresees the future. So that's how apparently she was able to stay one step ahead of the Kurtgens in the previous book. So I got that answer. And my doggy, and now JTP, decided to join me on this review. So, yeah, we find out that, when I say people get infected, apparently we still have that stupid mask ball going on I forgot that was going on. That was mentioned in the first book. And so, yeah, we're all there. And apparently some people get infected. Let's see who gets infected. Kara, who's pregnant, Katie, who's a shapeshifter, Lily, who's a vampire prophet, oh, and let's not forget Maggie, who was previously infected, and we're going to see if she really does turn into a werewolf. So again, we have a plot, people, because we got to figure out how to save these people before the effects take hold. And, Kara gets reverted back to a human. Katie might not be able to shift and become a werewolf. And Lily, I think that was an accident. She's no longer made it to her dead vampire husband. Oh, and we still gotta see if Maggie can still turn into a wolf shifter instead of a werewolf. Great times, people! Now, I will admit, why does this author do this to me? I mean, I like the side characters more than the main couple, people. Isn't that right, JTP? Isn't that right? So, we get some things from Janie and Zane, who finally let Kaylin into their dream world. Janie does make an excellent point saying if the three of them work together, they can actually stop this whole war going on. Only problem that's stopping that is the fact that Kaylin and Zane would rather kill each other first before working this problem out. But don't worry, Kaylin's gonna go make sure that whoever ambushed Dage and his family and harmed Janie was taught a lesson. I thought that Kurgans were automatically mwahaha bad guys who invested really well over the centuries. But I'm starting to think, are all Kurgans mwahaha evil? Kaylin, I'm starting to be a little, okay, he's a little psycho, but I'm not so sure in a way. You know what I mean? And apparently he has more than one uncle, because we got to see Franco, and apparently he has the other uncle that's working on the virus. So how many uncles does this kid have? Does it match how many brothers there are on Team Vampire? Because I don't know how to pronounce their last name. Talons, Dags, Canes, Cons, and Jace's last name. Can someone tell me how you pronounce those names? So you remember how I mentioned how we gain allies that have their own enemies? Well, introducing Caleb, who is apparently a friend of Dage's, who was exiled out of the realm for sleeping with a female that should be mated to someone else, and thus been at battle with the Demon Nation ever since. Well, apparently Caleb has a strong amount of men that Dage needs to fight the Kurgans, and so he's hoping that the leader of the Demon Nation will turn a blind eye when he requests Caleb's help. Well, that doesn't work out so well. Now we have the Demon Nation going to war with the realm. This was the character that I haven't been able to get out of my head. We only met him one time, and now I'm wondering, does this guy get his own book? Please, people, tell me if he gets his own book. And the person I am referring to is Suri, the leader of the Demon Nation people. I mean, Dage actually gets to meet this guy via comms, like, you know, communication. How does he even have Franco's number? Because he apparently just calls up Franco like he's in his contacts. Like, let me see. Okay, hey, Franco. Getting back to Suri. Yeah, he's just calm, cool, collected. He does casually mention about Caleb sleeping with his brother's betrothed and everything. And he's saying that, you know, you have 2 weeks to break up your alliance with Caleb. And Dage is like, and then what? Then we go to war. Goodbye, Dage. And he clicks off. Please tell me this guy gets his own book. Okay, I don't know what Rebecca was thinking when introducing this character, but I instantly fell in love with him, even though we got like maybe a chapter with him alone. And I need answers, people. I need answers. And of course, we get our setup for the next book, I'm assuming, that has to do with Khan and his mate, Moira, who's apparently a witch, seventh daughter of a seventh daughter, and who's so powerful and everything, because Emma needs her help, because now we found out something about the virus. It has magic in it. And we humans don't know what to do when it comes to magic. So we need a very powerful witch. And thus we get introduced to Moira, who does help out, which I'm very glad. And now Khan is going to go back to reclaim his mate. But we don't need a war with the witches from Ireland, because we already got the Kurgans to deal with. We have a possible, removal of Dage from the throne, from the prophets, whatever, and now we have the Demon Nation to deal with. We don't need another person coming after us now, do we? We get to see the werewolves in play. I have a question about that, people. So when we actually do have battle with the werewolves, I'm like wondering, are they like Twilight werewolves where they're just giant wolves about 8 feet tall and they look like normal wolves? Or are they like Van Helsing werewolves where they're werewolves but they still have that humanoid physique about them? You know what? Y'all might think that's not really relevant, but that's just like an annoying little tweak where I'm like, okay, what do the werewolves look like? And I have another question about the werewolves, because apparently I'm guessing there's like a bunch of DNA and biology and all this stuff that involves in the series, because Kara is a botanist and Emma is a geneticist. So I have a question. we find out that werewolves are, when they were people, you get scratched or bit, you have 3 full moons until you fully turn into a werewolf, go mad, go crazy, become animalistic, and die within a year. So I have a question. If you're bit by a werewolf and you and you conceive a child when you're still human with the werewolf gene and everything, and then you go off and become a werewolf and die in the year span, will your kid become a werewolf but have complete control and able to shift like the full moon and everything? That's been bothering me as well. We've had this question about the werewolves and about Janie, Zane, and Caitlin becoming the ultimate team if they were able to put their differences aside. Because even Caitlin's mentioning, she doesn't know what you really are and everything. So I'm assuming that Zane is more than just a vampire than he's laying on in the dreams and everything. So yeah, those were the 3 things that kept bugging me in this whole entire book. We do save Kara at the nick of time. I know I was freaking out about that because she somehow, we have a catalyst that fully activates the virus, and somehow, we had security breach at the party where the girls got infected. Oh, by the way, Maggie was able to turn back into a wolf shifter, so we're okay with that. And now we have another security breach at the main hideout in the mountains when Kara has the catalyst and she's quickly becoming a human, and we're worried about the baby. Now, Emma, with the help of Moira, manages to save Kara in the nick of time. Oh, and you remember that vision that Emma had? Apparently she thought she had until spring because she smelled tulips when the building that she was supposed to be in the vision, goes boom, and Dage sees that. Well, the after effects of the spell gives off a smell that smells like tulips, and Emma's like, oh crap. Apparently Dage is more powerful than he lets on, because when he believes that, Emma is dead, the earth shakes, people, and that is not good. Like, we got lightning, we got the earth shaking, blah blah blah. He can really destroy the world like that. But apparently the ability that Emma gains from Dage is teleportation. So they're back home with her and Kara are safe and sound. They find out that a nice loving family have moved into their house and like their old memories be away. Now, we have a prophet named Lily who apparently her and Caleb had a thing or something like that. I'm not so sure. So, we suspect that Lily might have done this, right? But no, she admits that she would not do that and everything. We actually have an insider that's been working with the Kurgans people, and it's not Lily, because Dage at first thinks it is because she had access to everything, right? Well, this is why I say we have a plot, because we actually have double agents in this thing. We have more realization of what the virus is going. We had a goal to save these people who were infected with the virus. And we find out who was the person that set this all up. So we have other prophets, and one of them was named is Milner, this ancient old 1,000 or so year old vampire that got kidnapped with the Kurgans. Apparently, he had a vision of the end of us all, saying how he takes Emma and saying the child must not be born and everything. The postman and woman cannot be allowed to have this child. So because of a crazy prophecy, we have this old ancient vampire that teamed up with the Kurgans. But, they got him, and now Caleb is next prophet. Okay, what I said about Dage. Okay, I thought he would be my hope that this family could have redemption. Sorry, Dage, not anymore. Like how I said, this coupling, oh my god, I don't know if it's good, better, or worse, because Emma does have this attraction to Dage, but she wants to protect him. Well, Dage, you had 2 shots. He was actually giving her space, letting her do her job, spending her time with Kane, because they're both scientists and they're trying to figure out how to stop this virus, people. So Dage, you were actually gaining points with me. Until, he realized that she was injured and disregarded protocol to save a fellow employee who, okay, so we have humans that are helping with the virus, but they have no clue what it was. She went to go help a guy who got shot from security, and he gets mad. and locks her in the room and says, "You cannot leave now." Dang! Really? Really? You, ooh! But Emma, she forgives him. I'm like, okay, I understand. She forgoes security measures. She didn't follow protocol and everything, and she's trying to help protect the guy's job. Okay, I can understand if Dave's a little mad. He might have overreacted, but I can understand just a little. And then he was getting his points up again. It's like, okay, Dave, okay, I can oversee that. Until he realizes that Emma knew what was going to happen to her. And then he goes and does that. For those who actually read this book, you understand what I'm referring to. And he goes and does that to Emma. I am sorry. I cannot forgive that for the life of me for what he does to Emma. But she's willing to forgive him. No. I'd be like, okay, that's it. If you think Moira and Colin's relationship was difficult with the whole 100-year separation, no! Let's go for 500 years. I will not forgive you in 500 years. And when that final day comes up, and I finally think about it, I'm still gonna say no. We're gonna give it another 500,000 years. What he does to Emma, oh my God, no! No, you cannot tell me that was alright, that she can easily forgive him for what he did to her. No. I'm sorry, but now the only hope of salvation for this whole entire freaking family, all these male brothers, is Cain. The scientific, logical thinking one that is very modern thinking. Cain, please do not let me down. You are my one and only hope. That's as far as I can get into this series, people. That is the end of my spoilers. This book was like a leg up until that happened. And then I don't know what's going to happen with Colin and Moira. I am worried. This actually had a plot. I want to know if Surrey has his own freaking book. Janie, please get your boys under control because y'all could be the ultimate team. And we're actually going somewhere with this story, with this series, people, because we got the plot rolling and everything, and we know the Curtains are getting more, ambitious, even better with their tactics and everything. I am interested. Cain, you're my one and only hope. Please redeem this family. Because, yeah, Emma might forgive Dave for everything that he did. They have a cute little birthday party for, Janie and everything, but sorry, Dave. Cain has taken your spot. So that's as far as I can get into Claimed, second book in the Dark Protector series by Rebecca Sinetti. 3 out of 5 stars, and please let the next book be a redeeming book for this family. My name is Sarah, and bye!